Say we've got a MacBook Pro 16-inch from 2019, A2141, on the bench with no power. These models often have a common failure of the SSD storage, better referred to as NAND. One of the design quirks of this MacBook is how the fans pull air through the side vents, which also passes directly over the storage chips. Over time, dust or even liquid can accumulate here, causing shorts on an SSD power rail. The component that regulates power also has a habit of failing by itself and electrocuting the SSD with a much higher voltage than is safe. To pinpoint the problem, we're going to use a thermal camera and focus on the particular area near the NAND chips which regulates power. Once we plug in the MacBook, we'll check for any hotspots or glowing components. We've got a hotspot on this capacitor here, which is part of the power rail responsible for powering the SSD. Now, the fact that it's just a capacitor is actually good news. If the SSD chips themselves were heating up, that would be a much bigger problem, effectively a write-off. Let's confirm this with schematics. According to the schematics, this capacitor is on a 2.5 volt power rail, which powers the NAND chips. The next step is to remove the faulty capacitor. In cases like these, replacing the capacitor will usually resolve the issue and of course preserve the customer's data. We'll test the Mac again and see if it turns on. Alright, we've plugged it in, and we've got fan spin. That's a great sign. It means the processor is now turning on, and the machine should theoretically work fine. Let's plug in the battery, replace the back cover, and give it a go. With everything reassembled, let's see if it boots to macOS, and success. It boots up to the login screen without any data loss. Customer's files are intact, and the MacBook is fully repaired. That's another successful repair.